In a world filled with endless possibilities where dreams dare to chase and destinies are forged, there lies a method and a pathway to success unlike any other. And here at Life Coach Philippines International, we are introducing to you for the last couple of days in the month of March, the SPIN method, which is your passport for unparalleled success. And what does the SPIN method stand for? S is for you to study, and what we're going to do today is going to deep dive towards the ocean of knowledge and arm yourself with insights that will propel you to the top. And practice, which is the letter P, that you can sharpen your skills and relentless dedication until excellent is your default mode. Then S is talks about implementation. Of course, you cannot see result if you don't implement what you've learned. It's about taking action and seizing the moment and watching your dreams unfold. And N talks about really what's your next step and what is it you need to do for you to make that breakthrough. If this is the first time you're joining me, I'm Life Coach Shaun de Joya. I'm the man from CACC City from Life Coach Philippines. I am the Life Coach Dad, and I'm passionate about seeing individuals and helping individuals, especially young adults, in finding a career, a profession that would allow them to monetize the things that they love to do and the talents that they have, for them to be able to succeed and for them to be able to, tell to their parents that they're doing something really meaningful. And I help them to see things from a different perspective so that they can think, feel, and act better, allowing them to simplify the works that they do. And what we're going to talk about today, I think it's a valuable topic that a lot of people go through. We're going to talk about transition and change management. And this is something that can we all experience, right? How many of you or how many of you currently are going through life transitions where you feel that it's currently challenging for yourself to be able to move forward? Maybe you are entering high school, you've done with your senior high school, and you're thinking, you don't know what to do next. Or maybe you're a parent right now and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my child? I don't know what the path for him or her is. They just want to stay in their room. They just want to play. They are not motivated or inspired for them to be able to take action. And you're wondering, what is it that this my children needs help on? I've done everything. I've consulted with people. I allowed them to take some rest at least for a couple of months or a year, but nothing seems to work for you. And seems like everything that you're doing is not materializing, and you get frustrated, like, right? You feel that your child is lazy. You feel that your child is just playing online games, and you feel that your money and the time of your child is wasted because they're unable to progress. And there's a reason behind all of the behaviors, including your child's behavior, on why they're going through that. And as a parent, what we need to do is to be able to help our children understand where their thoughts, where is it coming from? Why is it that they're not unable to move? We need to help them navigate through the life transition. And what the best way for you to do that is to be able to learn new knowledge and new ways. And I'm going to share with you a toolkit later, which you can download, by the way, in the caption of this video. So it can help you and your child through the journey of deciding what's the best way forward. Now, why is it a challenge right now for children or the next generation, for them to go through change? Why is it that a lot of children go through challenges in life or go through transitions in life and seems like they cannot get a grasp of it? How many of you can relate with me in that aspect? Well, based on studies, based on research, change is something that a lot of people will resist because this occurs when people start asking why they want to do the change. It's said that there are two types of information that we follow. We follow the informed, what's normally used to being done, and the less path traveled is something that we're not comfortable of. And as humans, we would always choose the what is comfortable and what is familiar over the anxiety of what is the unknown. So imagine if you are someone, you are going through transitions in which, especially with the change in digital technology and the change in the environment right now and during the pandemic, there are a lot of uncertainties that children have experienced. children experience anxiety and depression because they don't know what to do next. They have this fear, they have this anxiety, they have this doubt of what the future holds for them. And being able to understand where this is coming from and what experiences they have will allow you to guide them towards making better decisions. Of course, we know that we live in an era of change and unrest. We see that time and again. As I shared a while ago, the pandemic has really changed the way we see things. There's a lot of unrest for the last 20 years, and this unrest will not, go on stopping. They're still changing. Technology is changing. The way that we see the world changes. Even work, even career, even how we're monetizing things is changing right now, especially during this digital revolution in which most of your assets are becoming digital. So how can we take a look at this as far as the unrest or the uncertainty is concerned? And of course, we know that one of the biggest challenge of change or transition is because we don't know what resources is required for us to deal with the change. How many of you have gone through looking for in the internet knowledge or how to help your child navigate through life adversities, right? We don't know what is required for us on a physical perspective. We know work has been transitioning to work from home. Emotional requirements in the workplaces, that's changing as well, because before we are just being instructed to do A, B, C, D, and E, and you have a KPI, and we will just fulfill that, and that's about it. But do you know that that is changing currently? There are emotional baggages that we have that we're not unable to manage, and we're able to open up in the workplace, which is becoming a challenge. And we know, as far as intellect is concerned, a lot of people go through and work in the job that they have, not really loving the job that they want, that they have right now. There are some things that they want to do, but they can't do it because of societal norms, because of the expectations of their parents. So, given the time for us to be able to help our children, equip them towards what they need to do, they're already experiencing future shock right now, right? The timeline and the transitions of work demands are ever changing. That's why the corporate world or top companies are constantly upskilling people for them to be able to transition towards AI, to the digital world, and all of these different things, from robotics to automation and what have you. So change is related to a certain way that would allow people to not really understand what productivity is and what the quality standard would be. How many of you can connect with that, with a lot of questions that you have in your mind? So there is uncertainty towards what kind of decision that you would want to do. And a lot of people go through challenges as well with change or life transitions because they are focusing on inordinate or ordinate amount of energy trying to make people feel comfortable. They people please people, but you cannot please people. You know that you've tried everything right. You've done your work. You've extended hours. You've done all of these things, even though you prioritize their priorities and you're not able to do the things that you want. But the tendency is you have felt feel this discomfort in a relationship. So how many of you can connect with that? That the relationship that you have in the workplace is no longer strengthening, because all of the things requires for you to deliver a KPI, then there's lack of a connection and even a lack of conversation. What of this would you want? And of course, we know that the corporate world, especially with the needs right now, is people or the workplace is focusing on getting change installed. It's like telling you that, hey, you need to be adapted to change. You need to be open to change. You need to be able to accept work even though you're not trained for it. And that is becoming an uncertain for you, because how can you be successful in an environment in which you're not properly trained? You don't know what strength you would have. You don't know what the weakness that you have. And you don't even know what the kind of KPI or the kind of result your boss or even the workplace is asking you to do. So the landscape is changing very fast. So how are you currently, as a young adult, as someone who's looking for a job, or even as a parent? How are you helping your children for them to navigate through life and to this transitions? This has been a common challenge. For me, I'm 41 years old and I have two children. They're 22 and 18 years old right now. And one of the things that I've experienced and I understood is my children doesn't conform to what the societal norm is, what their normal school system is. They're not conforming towards, picking an industry, picking a college degree, finding a good corporate job or a company that would allow them to, earn salary and improve their way of lifestyle. It doesn't fit with them. My daughter, when she was going through the journey and picking what a senior high, topic or a course that she would pick, we kind of put in a state in which it allowed her to just go through a journey and understanding what talent that she has that she can monetize. So this was the focus for her. It was fortunate enough that here in the Philippines we're offering a course that's specific to her love for animation, which is good. But for my son, when he was entering senior high on high school, fourth year high school, we were still trying to identify what my son wanted to do. So we didn't know. First time that he was taking a look at it, he wanted to be a mechanic. He wanted to fix cars. He wants to customize cars. But when we were going through the journey and helping them out, at least have them experience it, it's not something that he wanted. So we've asked to just stop for a year to kind of understand and journey towards what is it that he really wanted, and was fortunate enough utilizing the life coaching skills that I've learned back in 2018. I'm able to help my son go through the journey or go through the process of identifying what talent that he has in there that he can monetize. And it was a fun eve- I think it was a fun afternoon in which I've asked him, and he opened up that he has a liking for crafts, and one of the things that he liked is leather shoes, and he was fond of buying this materials that would allow the shoes to shine, to go back to its former glory, to look beautiful, right? When you're wearing it, it's something that you're super proud of, and that is something that we explored. And eventually, fast forward to what's happening last December, they were able to start a business for them to be able to monetize rather than finding a corporate job for them to be able to work and monetize what they're doing or the skills that they have, or monetizing what the training that they went through in the school system. So how many of you have a child, or maybe you are an individual who's having questions on what is it that I really wanted to do, because I've started transition because I don't know, but I don't know what to do next, and you don't know how to navigate through it, and you still have a question right now? How many of you of that? Those are my clients right now. If you are a young adult and you're still figuring out what to do, or maybe you have a son who's a young adult right now, entering senior high school or entering into college and still thinking of what they want to do next, those are the people that I want to help. I want to help the next generation for them to identify what is it that they really want to do, what is it that they want to monetize, so that they go into the same experience that we have during the time in which we come into an age in which we kind of are successful with everything we have, and we begin to question, or we then begin to doubt out ourselves. And that is something that I think we can help our children not go through and navigate through that. So what I can help you with, if you want to be able to help your children find the things that they want to monetize, the talent that they want to monetize, and they want to just go through in a state of flow, there is again a toolkit that you can download, and the toolkit is called, if you open that in the comment or in the description of this video. Hello, Coach Lin. Thank you for joining. Coach Norge, maraming salamat. Master Coach Jasmine. It's dealing with life transitions. And this is change management, right? This is something that I have strengthened in the corporate world. I've done most of the transitions, especially during acquisitions, in which we would acquire a company, then we would start transitioning processes and people towards the culture of the company, so that they would understand how the culture works and how the processes work. And of course, there are some changes in there that we would need to implement for you to be able to guide the newcomer, or the people that's coming into the company, so that they continuously work on what they're good at while learning the culture of the company. So how many of you have experienced that, in which you are managing transitions in the workplace, change transitions, from processes to people to leaders, and even, who under team guidance? This would something that I would do in the corporate world, and I'm sharing with you my learnings on how you can utilize it. It's a tool, it's an intake form that will help you jumpstart. So if you have your child there, you can send this to your child, and you can help your child really identify what the transition is. So when you open the toolkit, it will prompt you with certain questions that you can start. I would highly encourage you to go through the journey with your child, or if your child doesn't wants to do things on their own, that's totally fine. Help them out, just allow them to navigate through this. And when they're ready, I'm also offering a complimentary coaching session after they go through this toolkit, so I can process it and help them out. And we can work together and co-create the kind of career or profession that they want to take, so that they become future proof. So that is what I do. I help the future generations be future proof, because we know that future proofing your children ensures that during recessions they would still be able to earn money, and they would still be able to be protected, and they could thrive on their own. I think that's something that a lot of parents want to do. Okay. So if you open the toolkit, there is going to be a question in there that will ask you the current transition. Like, what are the current transitions of your child going through? What are they experiencing? What are they anticipating? What are prompting them to be able to go through this transition? Some of the questions that can be asked and can reflect on to identify what kind of transition is, and we can deep dive further of what would be the challenge for them to be able to move forward. And next is understanding change. How do you perceive change and transitions? And is the child something used to transition? Do they have a question mark? Do they have this fear? Or maybe they experienced before of a transition that it was not comfortable and it didn't go well. This is something that we need to unpack and unlock for your child to gain back their confidence. Challenges in transition. We can help your children reflect on specific challenges and concerns that they have on managing transitions effectively. Maybe they didn't have the necessary training, the necessary skill, even the necessary support for them to be able to get a grasp of who they are and what they do and what they can do for them to succeed. Take a look at their personal resilience as well. Are they resilient and they adaptable towards changing times? When times changes, demands changes, are they able to cope? Do they have the skills or the knowledge to cope with the transition, and especially connect that towards the past experiences that they have? Maybe they have a past experience that is a process. Maybe it wasn't talked about in detail. It wasn't really clarified why they felt that way. This is something that would unpack and ensure that your children have the necessary knowledge and skills or guidance for them to decide further. And of course, ask your children what are the desired outcomes that they have. What specific outcomes or goals do they hope to achieve through effective transition and change management? Going through this would clarify the kind of person that they need to be or they wish to be, while me as their coach, helping them out with tools, with knowledge, and even strategies to help them gain or develop skills for them to be able to move forward. And of course, their commitment. Take a look at their commitment of adaptability, because they're not committed. Then maybe that's the first thing that we need to start with them, so that we can help them out in their journey and they can make a sound decisions to be in control, because every one of us can be in control of our life. Of course, people, environment, situations that we have, that is something that we don't have control over. But in life coaching, we always believe of the capability on the individual of the child for them to be able to succeed, as long as they are fully committed to make the necessary change or to create that lasting change, or at least have a visual representation of what the future life is that they want, so we can help them in their journey as they move along, and we can do experiments to find the right mix for them. Ralph Waldo Emerson said that all life is an experiment, and the more experiments you make, the better. Of course, the beauty of having a life coach is you don't continuously need to experiment the things that doesn't work. What we can do is to navigate through it with a process of intentionally experimenting on ways for you to find the right mix. That you don't need to waste time, you don't need to waste resources, and you can pick the right profession and the right career for you that would allow you to enjoy the future as you build it today. Enjoy the future as you build it today. All right. So I hope you're able to learn from today's Life Coach Corner. And if you're looking for support, let me know. I'm gonna ask you, it's something that what you can do as you go through the toolkit. Is either number one, you can implement this on your own, or number two is you can get help like me to implement it as your coach, or three, of course, best not to do this is to forget it and do nothing to implement. Of course, we all want to create lasting change, right? We all want to improve our life. We don't want to just be sitting down in a room, sleeping, playing games and not doing anything. There's something in us that we want to be able to do. And as a child, I know that you also want to please your parents, you want to be able to make your parents proud of you, and going through and having a professional friend with you would help you equip yourself and create that kind of relationship and the life that you have with your parents. And finally, having your parents see you as someone who can make things happen. All right. Now, if you're a parent, if you want to know more about what we're doing and how life coaching would change your life like me, I'm inviting you for the ABCs of Life Coaching Level 1. And this is an online interaction, which is a 2-hour class for coaching enthusiasts actively seeking effective tools to facilitate lasting change and transformation. This session will help you learn principles and practices to essentially impacting your coaching conversation with your children. And if you want to know more about this, we're going to have a class on April 13th. That's going to be next month by Coach Orville. That's April 14th. That's going to be with Coach Lynn. And April 28th with Coach Rizal. So if you are interested to be part of that, message us here at Life Coach Philippines International. And maybe you are someone who's looking for life coaching certification. I tell you, life coaching has made me be more attuned towards my children's needs are. And I'm able to focus on helping them asking the right questions to guide them towards the kind of future that they want to create. And if you're interested to be a service provider like me, just connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 to learn more about the Co-Actively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program by Master Coach A. And we are accepting mental health certification and internship program. Just make sure that you are messaging Coach Rizal and reserving your seats. And if you want to know more about, excuse me, when the next classes are, the one of the class next week in April 6 and 7 will be in Tacloban City. The next is a a virtual class, which is on April 17 and 19. And the face-to-face class in CACC Republic here at Capitolio, Pasig City, that's going to be on April 27 and 28. Again, just message Coach Rizal, 0917-586-1661. So please join us back tomorrow with Coach Marife as she talks about positive discipline and effective parenting techniques for all the parents out there who wants to be a better parent and want a better guide towards their children. Join to Coach Marife tomorrow, same time and same digital space. Maraming salamat. I hope you're enjoying your time of reflection today, and tomorrow is going to be a brand new day, and there's always an opportunity for you to make the necessary change and create a connection with your child, because we know as a parent our children matter, and we know that our children sees you as someone that they can rely into. There's just a gap that you need to fill with there, and life coaching will help you bridge that gap. Once again, this is Life Coach Shaun de Joya, the Life Coach Dad. We'll see you again soon. And if you're in the area, I'd like to invite you for open mic at 9 p.m. if you want to have a fruitful conversation with me or just have a chat on how you can help your child. 9 p.m. we're going to have open mic at CACC Republic. It's located at Pioneer Center Compound along Pioneer Road, corner of Brixton and United Streets in Capitolio, Pasig City. We'll see you and have a great, great night. I'll see you at CACC Republic. Bye-bye.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag-and-drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.